Our final course of the evening takes us back to the United States where we are filming this, and we are having a chocolate brownie that Janet prepared today with walnuts, can't wait, and a salty caramel that's homemade, ice cream, and a peanut caramel bite, and some caramel pecans, and some sweet popcorn. And we're pairing that with a coffee drink, which includes this Mr. Black coffee liqueur, and Chopin vodka, and Smirnoff's vanilla Smirnoff vodka with some cream, versus the Grand Marnier. So we'll see what our judges think. No, he's going to play a song. We had this interesting, fabulous dessert, and now we're going to find out from our judges what they think.
The dessert was so decadent. You had every different texture and flavor, and it was just fantastic. The cocktail, I could put in the blender and have as a smoothie. So I think this was so rich and luxurious that it was just too much with this fantastic dessert. And the Grand Marnier, I mean, this is just a traditional, elegant drink. So the orange really complements the other flavors, the chocolate and the caramel and the nuts. So I go with the Grand Marnier.
You know, it's interesting because I see where you're coming from. And this is a very sweet but delicious combination. And I loved this liqueur drink, and it was so good. But I love the idea of having the Grand Marnier, but I didn't feel like the Grand Marnier actually complemented it to my taste. So even though, but this was a strong drink and strong flavors, but I went with the liqueur drink.
It's fabulous. Really lovely between the salty caramel ice cream and the chocolatey brownie and the pecans and the bites and the popcorn and the whipped cream. I feel like this cocktail is very strong, so it's a little intense for this. And I have a feeling that if we had it where the ice cube melted a little bit and the coffee came out, I would probably really like that pairing with this. I'm gonna go with the Grand Marnier because it's just not quite as, even though it's Grand Marnier, so it's very much an alcohol forward, but this was just a little intense for me for this, so I'm gonna go with the Grand Marnier.
The dessert was absolutely, as Rachel said, decadent. Amazing. Reminded me of my days in Florence, Italy, and Tuscany. Just the flavorful, I mean, it was incredible. I can't say that enough. Now, while the Grand Marnier probably is not my favorite, I will say the drink is extremely potent. And I love potent. You know, because I'm Spanish and I like the more tequila-based drinks. However, I have to say the drink paired with this terrifically. Even though it was very strong, I think after having many glasses of wine, and if you're ending dinner, this is the way to end this meal. The dessert is fantastic, but the drink, absolutely.
For me, the drink was basically a dessert on its own. I mean, obviously it has some power to it in terms of its alcohol and content, but it was, it's an amazing drink. Or if you want to just order a dessert, you could order that drink. But I did think, for me, the Grand Marnier was an interesting sort of cutting all of that richness that's in all the chocolate and the caramel. So I'm going to go with Grand Marnier, even though I think this is an excellent drink. Thank you for joining us with libations and food on our International Culinary Sojourn. We had so much fun traveling to these different countries while being in this kitchen and trying the different libations pairings and learning from our judges what they thought was best pairing with each course. And you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, our website, libationsandfood.com. And we also have on our blog, you can find all the recipes and all the drinks, and you can try these on your own with your friends and tell us what you think was the best pairing. And thank you so much for joining us.